The Outreach Clinic of Brandon, ensuring a healthy community. Carb counting. Easier than it seems. What are carbohydrates? What do they do? Carbs are one of the most important nutrients in the human diet. Carbs provide energy for our bodies. Carbs that are in food come in three forms. They are sugars, starches, and fibers. Sugars come in fruits, milk, and milk products. Packaged foods such as cookies, cakes, candy, soda, and canned fruit and heavy syrup. These contain added sugar. These provide little nutrition and add to weight gain. These are sugars that are not good. Starches. Foods high in starch include starchy vegetables like peas, corn, lima beans, and potatoes. Dried beans, lentils, and peas such as pinto beans, kidney beans, black-eyed peas, and split peas. Grains like oats, barley, and rice. The majority of grain products in the U.S. are made from wheat flour. These include pasta, bread, and crackers, but the variety is expanding to include other grains as well. These are good carbs, but use them sparingly. Fiber comes from plant foods, so there is no fiber in animal products such as milk, eggs, poultry, and fish. Fiber is not digested, helps keep the colon clean, and helps lower cholesterol levels. For a healthy diet, an adult should eat between 25 and 30 grams of fiber per day. Good sources of dietary fiber include beans and legumes, black beans, kidney beans, pintos, chickpeas or garbanzos, white beans, and lentils. Fruit and vegetables, especially with those with edible skins, for example, apples, corn, and beans, and those with edible seeds. Nuts, whole grains such as whole wheat pasta and whole grain breads. Carb counting is a meal planning technique for managing blood glucose levels. Carbohydrate counting helps you to keep track of how many carbs you are eating. Set a limit for your maximum amount of carbs to eat per meal. With the right balance of physical activity and medicine, if you need it, can help to keep your blood glucose levels in your target range. How many carbs? Men should take in 240 carbs per day, split between 3 meals, which is 60 carbs per meal. Add an additional 60 carbs for all snacks. Women should take in 180 carbs per day, split between 3 meals, 45 carbs per meal, with 45 carbs for all snacks. To start carb counting, read the labels. Buy a pocket notebook. Write down your carbs. Be consistent. For example, there is about 15 grams of carbohydrates in 1 small piece of fresh fruit, 4 ounces, 1/2 cup of canned or frozen fruit, 1 slice of bread, 1 ounce, or 1 6-inch tortilla, 1/2 cup of oatmeal, 1/3 cup of pasta or rice, 4 to 6 crackers, 1/2 English muffin or hamburger bun, 1/2 cup of black beans or starchy vegetable, 1/4 of a large baked potato, about 3 ounces, 2/3 cup of plain fat-free yogurt or 2 small cookies, 2-inch square brownie or cake without frosting, 1/2 cup of ice cream or sherbet, 1 tablespoon of syrup, jam, jelly, sugar, or honey, or 2 tablespoons light syrup, 6 chicken nuggets, 1/2 cup of casserole, 1 cup of soup, and finally 1/4 serving of medium French fries. Diabetes Association website, www.diabetes.org, is a great source of information for carb counting and other related topics. Final suggestion: make use of your smartphone. There are many carb counting apps on the Google Play Store and on iTunes for Apple products. As example, for Android, an easy-to-use free app is the Calorie, Carb, and Fat Counter from Virtua Gym. It has gotten great reviews. For iPhone, the same free app, Calorie, Carb, and Fat Counter. These apps are easy to use and make keeping track of dietary goals simple.
Hi, I'm Hope Warshaw, a dietitian and diabetes educator for more than 30 years. I'm the author of a few best-selling books from the American Diabetes Association, and I am always pleased to support ADA's efforts to make taking care of diabetes just a bit easier. Have you been encouraged to carb count but don't quite know how to jump in? Do you face plates of food and find it difficult to estimate the carbohydrate grams? Are you a restaurant meal eater and need tips to right size your portions? If you answered yes, I can help. I'll share tips from Complete Guide to Carb Counting, written with my colleague Carmine Kulkarni. To accurately estimate the carb counts of foods, it's important to get familiar with how these foods look on your plates, in your bowls, or your glasses. To do this, it's important to have and use, yes, using them is the important part, a few measuring tools, measuring cups and spoons, and a food scale. Once you become familiar with how the portions of foods you should eat look in your serving dishes, you can use your measuring equipment less often. But do leave them on the counter as a reminder to use them. On occasion, check your estimating abilities. Consider making Mondays, the start of each week, your measure days. Put an estimated serving of the food you are about to eat in your plate or bowl. Then measure the portion using your measuring equipment. Is it the right size? Serve on smaller plates and bowls. Less food looks like more food on smaller plates. Plus, you'll avoid the temptation to overeat. When you buy fresh produce, from fruits to vegetables and starches like potatoes and corn, buy the smallest pieces or buy a larger piece and plan on eating just half. Eating right-sized portions of restaurant foods is challenging. There's a whole chapter on this topic in Complete Guide to Carb Counting. Bottom line, the more you weigh and measure your foods on the home front and carefully read the carbohydrate count on the nutrition facts label, the more you'll train your eyes to precisely estimate servings and carbohydrate counts in restaurant foods. Along with your eyes, remember you've got your hands. Put these handy hand guides into action. For starters, think about your thumb. From the tip of your finger to your second knuckle equals about 1 tablespoon. Think about 1 tablespoon of salad dressing. The palm of your hand is about 3 ounces. Think about 3 ounces of cooked meat, such as a hamburger or a chicken breast. A tight fist equals about 1/2 cup. Think about 1 serving of canned applesauce. To gather more skills and strategies for restaurant eating, from fast food to sit-down restaurants, check out another one of my ADA books, Guide to Healthy Restaurant Eating. Both books, The Complete Guide to Carb Counting and The Guide to Healthy Restaurant Eating, will give you the assistance you need to control your weight and diabetes to stay healthy over the years. Thanks for watching, and please take good care of your diabetes.
References: The end.